Salongo, the current Lord Mayor, fully sworn in, and I'm going to be in charge of the city. One of the things that I will begin with is to change the mindset of our people. We have a people that has impunity. Here in Kampala, everyone thinks they own Kampala, and when they are arrested doing something wrong, they call some other people who seem to be more powerful, and in Uganda it's termed as Gambanogu. This Gambanogu principle is not going to work in Kampala. We must follow the rule of law, and the rule of law is not mere talking about the rule of law, but it's the implementation, the enforcement of the law. We have good laws that are not implemented. We have good laws that are not enforced. So my leadership is going to make sure that we enforce the laws, and that's the role of the ED, because we enact laws, and the ED is in charge in the enforcement of the law together with the police. So the issue of impunity is going to be worked. But how are we going to address that? We are going to begin with calling for a key stakeholders engagement. Stakeholders engagement, not just key. For us to appreciate and rethink on the Kampala that we want. As the people from Kampala, we must have an engagement where we are going to discuss the Kampala we want, so that we agree on how we are going to address the challenges of Kampala. We have challenges today. Kampala capital city constructs a road using billions of money, and tomorrow national water cuts the road. So why don't we, during construction, work in partnership, that we are going to install service ducts, so that when the national water wants to pass their pipes, to install their pipes, we have already ducts that can be used. So we are not going to have any more cutting of our roads, because during planning we are going to make sure that we involve national water, we involve Umeme. Umeme is no longer UEDCL. We are going to involve all the key stakeholders in development, so that we can have harmony in development. That's the importance of the engagement. We are going to discuss as key stakeholders of Kampala, the Kampala we want. Make resolutions, which resolutions will be adopted by my council, so that we agree on how to handle. Why should you litter? You take water in a bottle and just litter. That's going to be fault, and we must fight it together. Okay? Development of the city does not require leaders alone. We must look to work with our people closely in the development. Those that we take. We are going to create street committees. We have the Clans Charter. The Clans Charter in KCCM is a contract between the residents and Kampala capital city. The Clans Charter looks at the standard and the quality of works that should be done. Within what time? When someone reports an issue. If I do report that on my road they have dumped garbage, it will take just 1 day for KCC to respond. And that's the contract we have. If there is a pothole that has been reported, it will take 48 hours to be sealed. That's the standard. Failure to do that, someone can go to courts of law. So I want KCC staff to understand that we have a performance contract with our people, and that they are not going to joke around.
What's going to be a plan on city schools and the hospitals?
We have a challenge in schools. Today, Kampala capital city has 79 government aided schools. What do we call government aid? A school that government supports, even if it's not owned by government. We have foundation bodies like the Muslims that own schools. So when the Kampala capital city or government takes over that school, it has some responsibility, maybe to pay the teachers, to furnish the school, but the structures and the land is for the foundation board. But we want to have purely public schools in Kampala. Currently, we only have 23 purely public schools in Kampala, primary schools. That's nonsense. Kampala, with over 4 million population, cannot have only 23 public schools. The policy is clear. The education policy states that every parish should have a public school, government aid. But we have 101 parishes in Kampala, with only 50 parishes having schools. So 50% of the parishes have no schools. And we are going to address that. The challenging issue is that Kampala capital city has been selling off its land. And yet we are looking for land on which to construct schools. So that is going to, I have instructed that no more school land should be sold. Every open space belonging to the city must be protected, and we are going to secure titles for them so that we have security of tenure, and this is going to be kept for the future generation.
Should they believe that under your administration, the performance of schools in city schools
Definitely. When I was a mayor in Nakawa division, the standard rose. So similarly, I'm going to be in charge of the entire city, and I do believe that the standard is going to rise.
Is your house on well planned?
So I'm an architect. I did architecture as a course at the university, but I want to assure you that my house has no plan. But because I had no title, and KCCA only used to approve development that have security of tenure. So what I'm going to do is after securing the title, because I paid for the land, I'm going to make sure that I redraw and produce a plan as built and take it for approval, which is acceptable. Thank you.
Who are going to be your advisors under your administration?
Address what? Garbage. I have the best design for garbage. Garbage is the biggest challenge that Kampala has. But we have, I have investors who are currently in Uganda, who have EKT technology, that when you get garbage, the machine, the technology only extracts out metals. The rest is crushed into a certain powder, and this powder we fabricate or we produce about 7 items. One, that powder alone is fuel, but we also get petrol, we get electricity, we get biosynthetic fertilizers, we get wood, synthetic wood that has strength almost equal to concrete. So we are going to utilize, there is no waste at all when you use this technology. Absolutely no waste. So this is the technology that we want to employ in Kampala. And what they are looking for is mere land and garbage, a contract that all the garbage that will be generated for the next 20 years will be theirs. Because they can bring such technologies, and then you have competition for garbage. So what they need is garbage, to know that they will have enough garbage for them to be able to produce those 7 to 10 items or products. So garbage is going to be, in fact, people will begin selling garbage because garbage is a resource.
What is the timeline for this project?
No, just recently we had a presentation yesterday, but when I spoke about the same, and we have a meeting with the ED, with the investors. In fact, the ED had suggested that they would be the best solution to decommission Chitezi, because the technology reduces garbage 8 times. So for for a solution where you can reduce kitties 8 times, then it is the best technology to be used for decommissioning kitties. Olunaku olw'okusejjo nalayidde kubeera Lord Mayor agenda okuweereza abantu ba Katonda. Abantu ba Katonda, kino ekibuga ye capital city ya Uganda evamu ebitundu 200 buli 100 ebiddukanya eggwanga. The economic hub. Yeetaaga omukulembeze agenda okubeera ng'alina leadership eri people centered. Era navuddeyo okuba nti newaayo no kwewaayo kubanga wali omusala mutono nnyo, wano mbadde nfuna omusala munene abasinga mugumanyi, naye nga ndaba ekibuga kigenda bubi ate nga ebisinga byonna byekwanaganya ku engineering. Kwekusalawo okwewaayo beereko nekintu tuleke legacy ebeera in motion. Tolunaku lumu nga Katonda antutte baligamba nti omusajja oyo yakyusa ekibuga. Naye ekibuga kyetwagala kyekibuga ekiri inclusive, ekibuga ekiri smart, ekibuga ekiri walkable, ekibuga ekiri happy, ng'abantu bali happy. Ng'enguudo tewakyali nfuufu, sente weeziri era nze manyi otugendo zijja. Njagala ekibuga ekireeta stakeholders bonna okubeera engaged in the development of their city. Ekitabaddeewo naye ngateeka wenzi werigamba tulina etteeka libayita Local Government Rating Act erireeta ekitafu kye bayita property tax. Ezo sente zikunzibwa mu bantu nga zirina okuddayo zibakolera emirimu, wabeerewo value for money. Era ekyengenda okusooka okukola kwe kukola stakeholders engagement, olukuŋŋaana olw'amaanyi olulimu ababoodabooda, abatembeeyi, abavuzi b'ebigaali, ba teachers, bananyini bizimbe, bananyini businesses, ab'obutale, ba vendors aba buli kika buli kintu, abanamawulire mujje tu discussing ekibuga kiki twetaaga. Tukkiriziganye n'abayo tuli services ba nti oba nkoze oluguudo ne ndukola nga lunyirira luli motorable bulungi, ati lwaki ovaayo the following day n'olutema notasobola ku reinstate? Lwaki gwe w'amasannyalaze ojja nti oluguudo lwakakolebwa? So tulina okukola nga tulina harmony, tukola harmony kugamba tukwanaganya emirimu. Gwe oleme kukola kino nze nkole kirina edda ebyo tubigenda kubeera mu kikugu. Impunity eyo njagala gyongeraku. Impunity eri mu kibuga egenda kuggwawo ate ngenda kwekwatiramu because I heard the strategy, policies and the program that they enhance service delivery in the city. Abagamba nti guno omulimu gwe nnina ogoba meeya gwa jegere abo balimba. Era we mbadde ndiscussingako ne ED naye mwennyini alagidde eddala nti nina obuvunaanyizibwa bunene nnyo okukyusa ekibuga kino ate nga tugenda kukolagana okulaba nti tutwala mu maaso ekibuga.
Ekyo kyoyogeddeko njagala kyeraboratingeko kyebijegere njagala kyeraborating omuntu gwe badde balimba omugamba
gwe ndaba badde bakulimbalimba kubanga nze nvunaanyizibwa ku nteekateeka y'ekibuga yonna. Bwe mbanga nze nvunaanyizibwa ku nteekateeka, nze mpulaninga, nze nkola pulaani, idi n'ateekesa mu nkola gwe ngamba otya nti siina buyinza kubanga buli ekigenda okukolebwa nze nkiinishetinga, nze ndeeta strategy nti kino kyekinayamba abantu bagamu mu kibuga. Idi najja n'atuwa amagezi ne tumala okukiisa mu kanso ne mugamba tandika kola omulimu. Kati watandika okukola ate n'ennondo lakoze nga bwe twagamba, kati gwe ngamba otya nti wamagundu wabijegeze nidda kumanya buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe okitegera bulungi nnyo. Kakati ekikwatagana ku bizimbe bitalina plan, n'amaka gange genyini galina plan, njagala babu. Lwaki? Kubanga ettaka titles mu Kampala ntono, ettaka ng'abantu batuddeko balina security of tenure, tibalina title tono nnyo mu Kampala. Kati abantu baffe abasinga bali mu informal settlement, nange nga mwendi mu ghetto y'emutundu. Kyetugenda okukola kwe kulaba nti twongera okuplaninga obulungi ate n'okulaba nti ebyo ebizimbe ebyazimbibwa tusobola okukola okubikulira plan zaabyo ne zireetebwa for approve. Naye sijja kukkiriza ate okumenya bizimbe by'abantu. Ekyo nedda. Tukkiriza okuva kasasiro ekyokubiri tubawe bagenda okukolera nga kyekika kye beetaaga. Kasasiro ono tekinologi eno ekyuma kikola amasanyalaze ekyuma kikwata kasasiro yenna nga tomusosodde nekisikamu ebyuma meto nabambira ebyo n'ebirala ne plastics byonna kibigaya bugaya nekikola powder ono ng'asobola okukola ng'ebigimusa powder ono ng'asobola okukola products 7 nga mwe mulino oil mwe muba amasanyalaze mwe muba briquettes ezifumba mutegera bulungi briquettes ezifumba powder ono mubaamu wood olubaawo olusinga ne concrete obugumu nga lukozesebwa mu kuzimba tekinologi eno giyina osobola okubalaga ku bifaananyi byayo namwe ne mukkiriza naye n'ekirala ekibamuga amasanyalaze kale nno tekinologi tugenda okuleeta tewali west n'akatono ate tekozesa butonde bwansi akati bw'oba kwoyo oba oligenda kwani tekinologi eno ekoleddwamu bweteekamu genda mu internet otekemu EKT mu Google ojja kulaba tekinologi esinga kukolebwa kozesebwa Brazil ne eno mu South America is a country South America so gibasimu gikola
obadde oga nti egenda kuyambako okudecommissioninga
nanjulidde tekinologi eno nenjalulya ED nakulira public service ne bakkiriza nti eyinza okuyamba oku decommissioninga kiteezi mumanyi bulungi twafiirwa abantu basukka mu 3 ekiteezi kati twetaaga okukendeeza kasasiro oyo naye nga ate tumukozesa mwebale